student success, welcome to week 14. So the end of the semester is right around the corner. I want to just make sure that you are aware. Week 1 was reopened last week. Week 2 will be open again this week. So this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you will be able to access week 2 from earlier in the semester to gain any points back that you may have missed for whatever reason during that second week of the semester. So look for that announcement. It'll tell you, hey, week 2 is reopening. So again, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can already see the dates are uploaded in there for week 2. All right, so week 14, you have 2 assignments. There is no discussion forum this week. So your attendance is based on completing both of these assignments by Sunday. If you complete only one, then you'll get partial attendance. So let's jump in and take a look. The content is over chapter 5, so there is a chapter 5 lecture video loaded in there, so I encourage you to watch that or go ahead and take a look at the links or the slides just to give you that foundation of understanding for what chapter 5 is focusing on, which is reading to learn. So it's going to talk about reading strategies and things of that nature, which leads to your chapter 5 assignment. This is going to look somewhat familiar when you open up the assignment. It's going to open up into a table like this, and you have seen this before in a previous chapter. So this is all dealing with aspects of reading though. Reading comprehension, reading speed, and vocabulary. So what you're doing with each of these is 2 actions for each category. So what 2 things can you do to improve your comprehension? What 2 things can you do to improve your reading speed? And what 2 things can you do to improve your vocabulary? By reading speed, that doesn't necessarily mean quick. Speed just refers to the pace in which you read. So maybe you do read very quickly and you actually need to slow down, or you feel like you read too slowly and you need to speed it up, or whatever the case is. How can you make sure that you're reading at a pace that is comfortable so that you are able to understand what you read? So 2 things you're going to do in each of these categories to improve upon them. When do you expect to take this action? Next class period, spring semester, week 14, whatever the case is. And then how will you know that your comprehension has improved? How will you know that your reading speed is more comfortable for you with understanding? And how will you know that your vocabulary is growing? Okay, so that's what you do for this particular assignment. When you're done, just make sure that you save it and submit it to the Dropbox. Your next assignment is called Online Learning. And there are kind of 2 parts to this. The first thing is you're going to take this survey. So you're going to be able to, I always right click it and open it in a new tab. Here it is right here. It is going to ask you a series of questions about, is web learning right for you? So you'll go through and you'll just answer each question. There's only 12 of them. And then you'll hit submit. I will not see these results because it's done through the website. So after you complete this survey, what you'll do is come back in here, and you can either just write it in the comment area or you can get a Word doc going and submit it that way. But basically, you're just going to tell me what was your score. So like I scored a 24 because it's like on a scale up through 24. I scored a 24, which is the highest you can get. So you can say something like, oh, I agree with this or I disagree. Essentially, you're telling me your score and how you feel about those results. Do you agree or disagree and why? So don't just tell me what you got. Tell me if you believe it, you agree with it. So maybe it says that you are cut out for online learning and you either agree or you disagree. Or it says you're not cut out for online learning and you agree or disagree and why. Okay, so make sure you take that survey and then give me the results. You don't have to screenshot the results or anything, just type them out. I got a 15 or I got a 20, whatever. And then tell me why you agree or disagree with those results. All right, so if you have questions on either of those, please let me know. Take advantage of that week 2 reopening. Also remember your student services workshop assignment is coming due very soon. At this point, if you haven't registered for an assignment, your offering is very limited. So you're going to kind of have to work with what's there. And then you attend that workshop and then submit the certificate. So if you have any questions on anything, let me know. Have a great week.